Today's video is sponsored by OneFootball, available now on the Apple App Store and the Android Play Store. Get all the latest news, fixtures, videos, scores, stats, and key dates for your favorite football teams from around the globe. It's free to download, and of course the link is in the description. If you love football, if you love the game, download the app today.
So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to today's video. We're going to be talking about PES 2020, about E3, and about what I feel we may expect or what I want to see come E3 time. Now, for those wondering what E3 is, it's the Electronics Expo. It's out every single year. And basically, it's a gaming convention where big companies can showcase the up-and-coming games. This year, Sony are actually opting not to go to E3. They're not doing their own show. Interesting decision. I think the PS5 is not too far away. I'd probably say end of next year. End of 2020, we may see a PS5. Definitely not this year at all. But today we're talking about PES 2020, as I said. First of all, though, let's dive into PES 2019, because I wanted to sort of touch on that. How I feel the year's progressed, how I feel it's gone over the last, it's probably, 9 months now since the game came out. Okay, it came out end of August, which was actually the earliest the PES game had came out for a long time. And it did have a lot of problems, didn't it? Especially against the AI. We saw the low cross bug, the goalies not coming off the line. There were a couple of responsive issues as well. It was a little bit shaky when it launched. Now, I will give credit to Konami because they have managed to progress the game further. Yes, there's still some niggles, and I'm still yet to really sit down with Data Pack 6 and test out the gameplay. I will be doing that, of course, with my Real Madrid series. But I think they've done a better job this year of actually listening to the consumers a little bit more. Look, you're not going to please everyone, of course, but they've listened to people more. They've tried to increase the gameplay at least and work on different aspects that maybe in other years they haven't done that. Now, the whole debate about the face packs is sort of up in the air. Do you really care that much about faces? For me, I play on PC. I can get faces, not an issue. But people that are on the PS4, people that are on the Xbox, they don't have that luxury to do that. So it is nice to get updated faces and players and boots and everything else that they bring. But that's not to say that Konami haven't focused on the gameplay. Now, I'm really talking about offline here. I don't play a whole lot of online. When I go on Twitter, it's a bit of a nightmare because you see people complaining a lot and this, that, and the other. It's pretty consistent. I have to say that it is an aspect they need to work on next year. For PES 2020, the infrastructure for online has to be a solid foundation to base that upon and work on in the future, because online gaming has increased. We know that. Esports has increased. We know that as well. If Konami want to step it up a gear, they're going to have to focus offline, yes, but online is also a massive priority for them because generally that's where the revenue comes from, first of all. And second of all, a lot more people are playing online. And if they don't enjoy it, they are going to go elsewhere. So, PES 2019, overall, on the balance of things, I think has been good. It hasn't been the best that it could have been, but they have improved. And I'm happy to say that. I'm happy to say that Konami have listened. Still problems with the game, don't get me wrong. I don't think any game is ever perfect. Have a look at FIFA. Come on, they put out one patch and then the next patch messes it up. Then they'll fix something and then something else messes it up. I'll give EA credit in the sense that when they do release a patch, there is an absolute bucket loads of notes that tells you what they've done. Konami, on the other hand, are very sly. They don't really mention any gameplay improvements. They just say gameplay tweaks have been made. They don't tell you what. So it's almost like a placebo effect. Is it happened? Has it not? We don't really know. But yeah, just to sum it up, because I don't want to talk about PES 2019 a lot, I've probably said when it came out, if you're going to give it a 7 out of 10, or even a 6.5 out of 10 for gameplay, because there were a lot of issues, it's probably bumped it up to about an 8. This year, but I want to see PES 2020 up to a 9+ and really go next level. Let me know your thoughts as well below. If you had to give PES 2019 a score right now, do it right now, out of 10 when it was released, give it a score, and then let me know what you feel it's worth now. How much would you bump it up, or would you even go down? Let me know. So let's talk about PES 2020. Yes, so far we've had no news no news. Okay, now, if you were here last year, or if you weren't a subscriber, or whatever, last year they had actually released something about PES 2019 by E3. We've heard nothing this year. Konami have decided to keep the lips shut, firmly shut, and actually probably wait to E3 to actually start announcing things. Is that a good decision? I feel it is. You know, at the end of the day, people can get hyped a week before a game comes out, 2 weeks, a month, it doesn't matter. As long as the content's there and you have something to showcase that people want to play, you're gonna get the pre-orders. So I don't feel like Konami have to release early content. What they have to do though at E3 is showcase something that really is going to blow everyone away and say, okay, wow, yes, they're running off the same engine. I feel like this year they're not going to bring out a new engine. It would probably not be a smart decision. We've seen what happened before when they've done that. Certainly wait maybe next year for PES 2021, I don't know. But for PES 2020, they have to have something that is mind-blowing. You look at it and you go, wow, is this really PES? It is. It's running on the core fundamentals of PES 2019 and the Fox engine, but it's something different. First of all, and I said this on the PES Universe podcast, if you haven't had a listen when it's out, check it out. I feel like the presentation, if we start with that, has to be different. You know, we see the same presentation on every match. You see the tunnel, the players come out, they shake hands, they even take a photo, which no one does nowadays unless it's a final, and then you get into the match. Come on, Konami, let's mix it up. I know it's little things like that, but presentation will make a big difference to the game, especially for myself with a Master League campaign. Different presentations for different matches, for different competitions, different stadiums would be a joy, absolute joy. Focus on that. Focus on getting the atmosphere right as well. I think atmosphere is something that PES has lacked quite a bit over the last, I don't know how, a very long time. I just don't think Konami have got the atmosphere right. They've got it better, but it could still be, in this day and age, much better than it should be. So you get the presentation right, you get the atmosphere right, and obviously the gameplay is a core thing they need to address. I would like to see the responsiveness fixed, okay, very quick when you change players, which is a main concern when it comes to defending. It's almost like you don't have the same, advantage as the AI, because they have quick, obviously, movement. It's the AI, it's the computer. You don't. You press L1, it takes ages to change to the right player, then he's real sluggish, and before you know it, you've conceded a goal, and there's really nothing you could do. So, you know, you've got to fix the core gameplay, Konami. Show something at E3. This is what I want to see, generally. I reckon they'll show a trailer. It will show the different modes and the different game modes that they've shown. I think it was a four and odd minute trailer last year they showed, which does show you a little bit of My Club, a little bit of Master League, if there's Become a Legend in there, maybe some of the licenses they've racked up this year. Just a little bit to showcase everything they've got coming. Snippets, don't ruin it, don't go overboard, because obviously you've got to keep people engaged for the coming months up until launch, but showcase what you've been working on. If Master League has been a big deal for them this year, and oh my word, I wish it has, or I hope it has, then showcase that. Two focuses for me if I'm Konami: My Club and Online, and Master League. That is the core audience for PES. You don't really get anyone playing Become a Legend or the competition modes. No, you don't. You're either a Master League player or you're playing online religiously every single day of the week. So fix that, sort that, get those done. I hear Master League is obviously something they've been working on. If they have, showcase it. But obviously the gameplay has got to be key. If you're going to get players to play the game, go there and enjoy it, they have to have something that's going to wow them. And I really hope that they've done their homework, Konami. And it seems like they've improved, as I said, with sort of improving PES 2019, and they bring that into PES 2020. PES 2019 has a good core gameplay. It does have good core gameplay, but there are things that obviously they have to fix and address, and there is new stuff they could add. You know, having the ability to do better low shots, high shots. I mean, we saw rising shots and dipping shots last year. You see them from time to time. The physics have got better, but they still can be improved every single year. Why not? Every game is looking to improve that further. PES is on the right tracks, but this year has to be the year that they really up the ante, because people are getting a little bit, flustered about it, disappointed about it. Some people say, I'm not playing PES anymore. I mean, look, generally most people come back and they play it because they still enjoy it. But they've just got to do something this year. And I keep saying it, it's got to have the wow factor, Konami. Wow people. I think they're going to show licenses. We may see some new legends as well. They've got to... With the way Konami are, obviously we know the licenses are a difficult issue for them. It's hard to keep the same licenses each year. So, with that being said, they've got to push the boat out elsewhere. If you're going to lose a few licenses, okay, but make up for it in some shape or form. Was losing the Champions League a really big deal? I don't think so. I really don't. I think the money they spent getting that license and not really using it to their advantage. They've gone out, okay, fair enough, and they've spent it elsewhere. Now, we did lose a lot of the second divisions last year, and that annoyed a lot of people. Is it going to be the same this year? Once again, it's something that Konami have to show us. If it's going to be different, let us know. If it's not, then let us know. One thing, please, Konami, do not lie to us. Okay? Don't lie to us. Be honest, okay? If it's not going to be the same game, if you've lost the license or the game mode's gone or this, that and the other, then tell us up front. There's nothing worse than getting a copy of the game and then you're like, wow, where's that gone? Konami just haven't been honest with us. And I think as a company and as consumers ourselves who buy the game every single year, honesty is the best policy and they've got to stick to it. Don't BS us around the bush, okay, Konami? You can't do that anymore because we've seen it all before. It actually rhymed. So yeah, I think at E3, and let me know your thoughts as well. Whoops. What you guys are looking forward to, what you guys want to see from E3, because obviously we have Gamescom coming up too, and with that round the corner and 2 months later after E3, they can showcase more of the game. I would also like to see this. I like to see them put out a beta. An offline beta, something, an online beta as well. We get to play the game. We get to go to a forum. We get to list issues with the game. I think this has to be done in this day and age. List the issues that we have. Okay, it's not responsive enough. The AI are still really slow. They're not smart on the ball. The referees are still atrocious. And then Konami can go, okay, let's prioritize these points. What's the most consistent point that people are saying and want fixed? And we'll address it come launch. And then they can work on it post-launch. A pre-patch, doesn't matter. But some sort of a beta would be the smartest thing Konami could do to please us overall, because we could let them know what we want, because we're the ones buying it. At the end of the day, we are spending the time and effort of our hard-earned money to go out there and buy the game and enjoy it. And if we enjoy it, guess what? People online are going to spend more money, and Konami are going to make more money, and everyone is happy. So that is what needs to be done. So there we go, not too long, about 13-14 minute video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. That's my thoughts. I think we are going to see a trailer. I think we will see a trailer, hopefully a 4 or 5 minute one that showcases everything. Hopefully Whedon's has made it phenomenal guy doing that. Gameplay is obviously a must. They'll have a set amount of teams in the demo, of course, like last year, and they'll showcase it off. But I really would like to see a new renovated presentation with every single match. They've just completely re-gutted it and it looks the part. The atmosphere is there. Referees are something that really has been poor a long time now. Rectify the referees. So let's get the responsiveness fixed as well. Smarter AI still, but not OP in the sense that it's scripted. And showcase Master League if you've been working on it, please. Even if it's screenshots, but show us that you've been working on that mode and you're trying to improve it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is all for today. I've been TTB. We'll be back in the next episode. We'll be back with Real Madrid, by the way. And I am thoroughly looking forward to covering as much E3 as possible. We have got PES Universe going there, so they should have the details. To make sure you are heading over to PESUniverse.com, subscribing here. Check out all the links in my description. I've updated my descriptions, by the way, so you guys can see all the technology I'm using. So if you want to know which monitors I have, mouse, keyboard, which computer I'm using, you guys can check them out because I always get questions. But until next time, hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.